Hey, alright everyone, it's Brian here from Less Magic More Gathering. It's time for a weekly booster opening video. I happened to get a chance to go out and get a Time Spiral Remastered, which is going hot, moving really fast, and there's not... I think there's none left at this point. I'm not sure, but you can't really find them anywhere unless you got lucky early on. I had to pay a little more for this one, so the place that I buy my cards from probably held some back when they got their cases, and then let the majority of them go out for their early on price, and then put these back on the market for a little bit more, which is just standard marketing schemes. Essentially, you're going to get that. You're going to have to pay more, and I did. Unfortunately, I had a chance to buy it for the price it came out at, and I missed that opportunity. I slept on it, and now I have to pay a little more. So hopefully I'll get lucky and hit some of these foil old style card whatever called the style the Time Spiral for the border. I can't even say what. I'm so nervous like this. I really can't wait to get in here and see what kind of stuff I pull out of this box. So stay with me here. Got some sleeves ready in case I pull like a Chalice of the Void foil or something crazy like that. If I do, that's great. If I don't, that sucks. But whatever. You're gonna get what you're gonna get. So that's all I can say about that. Let's just crack some packs. All right. Let's just go ahead and put this up here like we're selling it, like it's a display item. I like doing that. Okay, so we got that right there. I'll just reach in here and grab a pack. I kind of want to grab in the middle. I mean, it doesn't really matter where you grab them, so it's the standard. There's 15 cards per pack. You're getting a bunch of cards that have been copied from all kinds of sets from this era. There's a handful of them that have been reprinted in the original borders with a different stamp on them, so you're going to see that a lot. So I'm going to go over a lot of these. I don't know. I'm not going to talk them up because I don't like my pack opening videos being forever long, but just so you can see what some of these are, because I really can't remember what some of these original sets were from. I know they're not all from Time Spiral. I'm pretty sure they came from other sets. But Veiling Oddity, got that one, first one. Simian Spirit Guide, because I know that one's, I'm pretty sure that's on Planar Chaos with the original one. So they reprinted it, but I don't know what the other reprint was. Uktabi Drake, Ridged Cusite, can't even say it. Thalid Shell Dweller. I'll try not to repeat some of these if I can remember which ones I've opened. Orcish Cannonade, Psychotic Episode, Fortify, that's an old school one. And then we've got Chromatic Star, which is pretty popular. It's definitely a good one in all aspects of the game. I know it's been reprinted a handful of times, but it's a decent card. That's the 1-drop artifact. Pay 1, tap it, sacrifice Chromatic Star, add 1 mana of any color. When Chromatic Star is put in the grave, you can draw a card. So essentially, you get to use it as a mana, even though you have to just more like mana fixing, and then you get to draw a card after the fact. So pretty decent card to have. And then our first uncommon is Skittering Monstrosity. And then we're going on into Clockwork Hydra. And Crozan Grip, that's a classic one. I used to have, I think I had one of the original ones it was from. I don't remember if it was Time Spiral or what it came from, but I know I had one of the original ones. Pretty cool card. And the first rare on the blocks is Magus of the Moon. So we got that's a regular rare, it's not a mythic. So Magus of the Moon is a 3-drop, non-basic, lands are mountains. So essentially it turns all your stuff to mountains, or everybody's in that sense. What did we get back here for our original border? We got Thragtusk. So we got old Thragtusk. That one is the 5-drop. Thragtusk enters the battlefield. You gain 5 life. When Thragtusk leaves the battlefield, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. Good old Thragtusk. And our foil is Grapeshot. That's a classic one. Grapeshot's a pretty good card. 2-drop. Grapeshot deals 1 damage to any target and has Storm ability. When you cast a spell copied for each spell cast before this turn, you may choose new targets for the copy. So that can be pretty handy if you got a heavy mana build and you're playing all kinds of instants and sorceries. Metallic Sliver token. That's pretty neat. I'd like to see that one in a foil. There's a lot I'd like to see in a foil. There's a lot I'd like to see in a foil. Can I say that out loud? Alright, so nothing crazy on that first pack. I'm not sure about Thragtusk. Chances are I'll probably have the prices posted on this video. I don't really do that as I open because I'm not that skilled. I'm just kind of a basic guy. So you'll see the prices once this is going. They'll be up there. They should be up there already. Sarcomite Myrrh. Grinning Ingus. Oops. Primal Plasma, Cittanul Wood Readers, Corpulent Corpse, Virulent Sliver, good old slivers, and then we've got the Dead and Gone card. It's a playable. I'm pretty sure you can play both these if you choose to do so. It's not like some of those where you can play one now and play one later, or you have to choose one. But I think at the time you could play both of those. Now the rules may have changed, but I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But nonetheless, Dead is a 1-drop, deals 2 damage to target creature. And then 3 is, then Gone is a 3-drop instant. Return target creature you don't control to its owner's hand. So double whammy there. Then we got Prismatic Lens. Oh, had Prismatic Lens. We don't have a very good Prismatic Lens on my camera, apparently, because that just went haywire. There we go. And then we've got Bound in Silence, Seal of Primordium, and Dusk Rider Peregrine, uncommon, Basalt Gargoyle, and Stronghold Rats for the uncommon. And then our rare is going to be Booyah! Sudden Spoiling. It's actually a really good card. It was better than I thought it was when I first looked at it, but it has a pretty good use to it. So the 3-drop instant split second. As long as this spell is on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. Until the end of turn, creatures target player controls lose all abilities and have a base power and toughness of 0-2. So technically, you just force them to be tiny creatures, and then if they try to block or they already have blocked in this case, you just wax their creatures. So that's pretty mean. And what we got back here looks like a land card, and it is Bojuka Bog. That's a cool one. Old school Bojuka Bog. Enters the battlefield tap. When Bojuka Bog enters the battlefield, exile all cards from target player's graveyard. And we got a Spada. No foil this time, apparently. Those are randomized. And I'm not sure if I mentioned on previous videos, previous pack openings, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be available for sale. Right now, anything that's here that is this version, I'm going to keep until I figure out what I want to do with them. Definitely keeping the foils. That's part of a collection base. The rest of the stuff, technically up for grabs. All you got to do is ask, and we can make a deal on it, however you want to look at it. I don't really feel like I want to keep everything, but I'll let you know. If there's something I am going to keep and you ask for it, I'll be like, no, I'm keeping that, sorry. But I'm not really trying to keep this entire box of stuff. Just the things that I know. I mean, if I land a Chalice with a Void Foil, I'm keeping that one. That's one that pays for the box, and then I can get rid of everything else. That's the way I look at it. All right, pack number 3. Brute Force. Go back in time with the old Brute Force. That's been around a while, I believe. So I already had that. Old Veiling Oddity. Simian Spirit Guide again. Only we're kind of Urborg Siphon Mage. I think I can have Urborg Siphon Mage. It's a human Spell Shaper. We've got Ukatabi Drake again. Bridged with that guy. Strangeling Suit. Whoa, too high. Sorry about that. Strangeling Suit. Bewilder. You weren't missing anything. Judge Unworthy. Reckless Worm. And then on into the uncommons. We got Premature Burial. Stormfront Riders. I was going to say Raiders. Stormfront Riders. We got Utopia Mycon. That's a cool looking card. And then our rare is Felonite Hermit. So we got Felonite Hermit. That is a 4-drop Elf Shaman. All saplings get a +1/+1, more 5. You may cast a spell for its morph cost. Face down. For 3 face down, and then turn it over for its morph cost. When it's turned face up, create 4 1/1 sapling creature tokens. So essentially you get, you're creating 4 2/2 green saplings because this guy's on field play. And we got Crystal Shard. That's a pretty cool one. Good old Crystal Shard there. It's 3-drop artifact. Pay 3, tap it for tap it or pay an island. So you could essentially pay 4 and then tap this and return target creature to its owner's hand unless its controller pays 1. So I could see that working out fairly well in some cases. Griffin Token. All right. A lot of packs in here to go through so far. Nothing crazy. I'm really hoping I don't end up like one guy. I'm pretty sure he posted all of his packs that he opened, all the top cards he got from one of these boxes. And he only had like $38 in value on his top cards. At least that's what he posted. Either he just got absolutely nothing, or he's just lying and didn't want to tell you that he had other stuff. But he's like, yeah, I'm not going to tell you what I got. I just want to show you and pretend like it. But I hope not. I hope I get at least $100 worth of stuff. If I get $30-some worth of stuff, I'm calling it quits. This is ridiculous. I'm calling it quits on buying, boxes of stuff that obviously is not worth my time. Coral Trickster, Cole Stoker, Dream Stalker, Thallid Shell Dweller, Sangrophage, Reflex Sliver. That's the all slivers have haste. Momentary Blink. That was a good one back in the day. Watcher Sliver. And we've got Massive Ghouls. I remember that one. And on into the uncommons. Nope. Infiltrator Ilkor. No foil here, unfortunately. Rough and Tumble. 2 different cards there in one. Pay 2. Rough and Tumble deals 2 damage to each creature flying. And then 6. Tumble deals 6 damage to each creature with flying. So, okay. It's 2 or 6. Pick one. And Might of Old Crozan. There's a classic uncommon. I think this one was an uncommon. I shouldn't have put it over there. You were uncommon. You go there. Might of Old Crozan. Then we've got Salt Crusted Steppe for our uncommon land. And our rare is, boom, Slaughter Pact. So we got old Slaughter Pact, 0-drop instant ability. That destroy target non-black creature at the beginning of your next upkeep. Pay 3. If you don't, you lose the game. You gotta make sure you're ready for that one. And our old style border is Sanguine Bond. That's a pretty good one. That's not a bad. That's a decent card from back in the day. So that's a 5-drop enchantment. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Huge card if you're putting together a pretty nasty gain life, lose life type of deck for Commander. Pretty good in that field, that aspect. Lannerer Elves. Lannerer Elves. Alright, pack number 5. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Skirk Shaman. Coral Trickster. Grinning Ingus. Thallid Shell Dweller. Deep Cavern Imp. Utopia Val. Massive Ghouls again. Saprolith Ancient. I remember that guy. Knight of Circe. Oh, Watcher Sliver again. And we've got Llanowar Mentor. Pretty cool looking dude. And Timebender. As well as Stone Cloaker. And our rare is Damnation. That's one of those big ones. Not bad at all to hit this Damnation. So that's a decent mythic rare right there. I'm not sure what this one's going for, but Damnation is the 4-drop. Destroy all creatures. They cannot be regenerated. So that's a pretty good one right there. And then we got Mold Drifter, old school Mold Drifter. That's the 5-drop flying elemental creature. When it enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, and you have Evoke 3. Evoke is a 4/3 cost, and that Evoke, in case you're not sure, is you may cast this spell for its Evoke cost. If you do, it's sacrificed when it enters the battlefield. So essentially, you pull it in to draw some cards, and then you lose the creature. That's one way to do it. Alright, so Damnation's a good hit there. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Alright. I've already read a lot of these commons, so I'll just kind of skim through these. So we've got the Dreamstalker, Empty the Warren, Spiketail, Drakeling, Sangerphage, Thrill the Hunt, Ancient Grudge, Emro Seekers, Riftbolt, and then Errant Doomsayers, along with Looter, Ilkor. So I already read most of those. Aven Mind Sensor, Dreadship Reef, pretty decent uncommon land. Pendlehaven Elder. That's your Elf Shaman. Each 1/1 creature you control gets +1/+1 on turn. And our rare / or mythic is Stuffy Doll. Alright, good old Stuffy Doll. So there's a 5-drop artifact creature construct. Indestructible. Stuffy Doll enters the battlefield. Choose a player. When Stuffy Doll is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to a chosen player. Stuffy Doll deals 1 damage to itself. So it's essentially like Brash Taunter, other than the fact that you can't make it fight anything. So you can obviously block any day of the week and then take damage. He doesn't take the damage and then deals back to them. So, alright, good old Stuffy Doll. And then moving on into our old border, we've got Cranial Plating. I'm pretty sure that's a decent one too. So Cranial Plating is a 2-drop artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets a +1/+0 for each artifact you control. 2 swamps and attach Cranial Plating to target creature you control and equip to 1. So you can... I'm not sure I understand that. Maybe there's some more to that. So you're paying 2 swamps to attach it to Cranial Plating to target creature you control. Is there some sort of, like, do you play that? You pay 2 and 2 swamps and you attach it right away? I'd have to read that on how that works because I'm kind of confused between the attached and the equipped part. Somebody can explain it to me. Goblin Token. Because I'm not sure, man. Alright, pack number 7. Old Brute Force, Drifter, Corpulent Corpse, Reflect Sliver, Strength of Numbers, Rift Elemental, Lymph Sliver, Pallid Mycoderm. Alright, we might have a foil here. Phantom Worm, uncommon. Dark Heart Sliver. Alrighty. We've got Enslave, and then our rare is going to be Life and Limb. So that's a 4-drop enchantment. Oh, get back here. Let's not lose it this time. because every time it seems to pause, I get stuck. All forests enchantment, so it's all forests. Wait, get back up here. Where are we at? All forests and all saplings are 1/1 green sapling creatures and forest lands in addition to their other types. So that's pretty useful if you're doing that sapling thing. And we've got Become Immense. I think that's a pretty decent one too. I feel like I've heard that a couple times. I'm just not sure which one. So 6-drop instant. Has the devil ability. Each card you exile from your graveyard while casting this spell pays 1 for it. So the target creature gets a +6/+6 until end turn. So you can exile 5 cards and add 6/6 to your creature for 1 essentially. Nope, no foil. I miscounted. And another Landlord Elves. Okay. Well, still no foils. I feel like people posted those a lot, like they just kind of were very common to get in these boxes, but I'm feeling like not as common as they seem to make them sound. So we're just going to have to see what happens here. So Snapback, Spinneret Sliver, Ridge Scale, Thingamabobber, Sidewinder Sliver, Sunlance, Joya's Time Bug, Dreamscape Artist, Fortify, and then on into the old Pithis. So we got Pithis. That's a pretty cool looking thing. Pretty wild. We got Storm Entity, Rebuff the Wicked, and our rare is Greater Gargadon. That's just a rare. That's a 10-drop creature beast, suspend 10 with a mountain. So sacrifice an artifact, creature, or land. Remove time counter from Greater Gargadon. Activate this ability only if Greater Gargadon is suspended. Nice. Nice. And then we have our Lava Spike. That's a classic one. Good old Lava Spike. 1-drop. Lava Spike deals 3 damage to target planeswalker, player or planeswalker. Old school. And we do have a foil. It is Mirboa. Mirboa? I don't know. Mirboa? 2-drop creature snake with Swamp Walk, and you can regenerate it with 1 forest. Payment of 1 forest. On into our token there. Alright, so getting some good stuff here. Getting some good stuff. Alright, give me another pack. Foresee, Keldon, Halberdier, Feebleness, Sentinel Woodreaders, Mind Stab, Saprolith Ancient, Knight of Cirsa, Watcher Sliver, Infiltrator Guy, and then we have the Salt Crusted Step again, Haze of Rage, the Haze of Rage. We've got Minions Murmurs, and our rare is Angel of Salvation. Alright, so that is this 8-drop. Flash Convoke, so you can obviously tap your creatures to get this guy on the battlefield, which is super huge if you got a lot of small ones. Flying, when Angel of Salvation enters the battlefield, prevent the next 5 damage that would be dealt this turn to any number of targets divided as you choose. And we've got Kiki Jiki. Nice! That's a good pickup. It might be nice to get the foil of this, but a good old Kiki Jiki is pretty sweet. So that's the 5-drop. Kiki Jiki Mirror Breaker, legendary creature, Goblin Shaman, Haste. Yeah, his haste, tap it, create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary creature you control, except it has haste, sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. So that's pretty cool. Good old Kiki Jiki. And we got Big Game Hunter for our foil. And I used to like this card. Had come across a handful of them, the older version. I forget what set they came from originally, but I had a decent amount of them. At one point in time, they were like $1 or $2 card, and now they've dropped considerably. And I'm not sure if it's because maybe they just don't get used so much in Commander or what, but it is a 3-drop creature, human, rebel, assassin, and then when Big Game Hunter enters the battlefield, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. It can't be regenerated. It has a madness cost of 1 Swampies. So there is that. And next pick. We got the Grinning Ingus, Primal Plasma, Search for Tomorrow, Assassinate, Edge of Autumn, that's a good one. Sinew Sliver, Penumbra Spider, Ivory Giant, Strangling Suit. And then we've got a Necrotic Sliver. Good old slivers. So you can see that Necrotic Sliver there. We got Celestial Crusader, Phantom Worm, and then our rare is going to be kaboom! Flagstones of Trocaire. I'm not sure if I've seen this card before. So Flagstones of Trocaire. It might be a good one, maybe it isn't. Legendary land, you pay, you tap it for a plains. When Flagstones of Trocaire is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may search your library or plains card. Put it onto the battlefield, tap, and shuffle your library. Alright, pretty cool. And our next card is, boom, Grenzo the Dungeon Warden. So we got Grenzo the Dungeon Warden. Sorry, my cards are a little bit off here. Didn't put them where they're supposed to be. Alright, so I'm not sure about this guy either. I know Grenzo was a pretty popular card in Conspiracy, and he's been around a while, but not sure about this older one. So that is a 3-drop, well, 2-drop with X cost. So he's a Goblin Rogue, and when the Dungeon Warden enters the battlefield, put X +1/+1 counters on it. Pay 2, put the bottom card of your library into the graveyard. If it's a creature card with power less than or equal to Grenzo's power, put it on the battlefield. Ooh, that's dirty. That's a pretty good, that's actually a really gnarly commander, to be honest. I mean, you can really set your deck up to make it work for you. So you pay the counters, and even if it's like you pay 5 and you like it's a 5/5, so then you pay 2 and you put the bottom card of your library into your graveyard, and you can start just putting a bunch of creatures that are lower than him in there. I mean, I'm telling you what, that's not bad at all. Let's see what we got for our foil. We end up getting Shade of Choker for a foil, and then an ape token. Good old ape token. Alright, alright. Just cleaned up my mess a little bit. Sorry about that. Sorry about the delay. Let's keep going. The Veiling Oddity, Spirit Guide, Uktabi, Ichor Slick, Fathom Seer, and we got Molten Slag Heap for our uncommon land right there. Molten Slag Heap, Riptide Pilfer, Dune Rider Outlaw, and our rare is Sedge Sliver. So yeah, we're getting some slivers. That's cool. A lot of slivers. We got 3-drop Creature Sliver. All sliver creatures have this creature gets a +1/+1 as long as you control a swamp. All slivers have pay a swamp or generate this permanent. Not bad. That's pretty useful. Get some of that stuff. And Felden the Third Path. Felden of the Third Path. I don't think I've seen this one either. 3-drop legendary creature, Human Artificer. You pay 3, tap him, create a token that's a copy of target creature card in your graveyard, except it's an artifact. In addition to its other types, it gains haste, sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. So, pretty cool. Alright, good stuff there. And Sapperling token. So, no foil there. Alright, alright, alright. Let's dig a little farther into this box, see what we pull out. Let's go with this one. Logic Knot, Classic, Battering Sliver, Snapback, Virulent Sliver, Pit Keeper, Bewilder, Judge Unworthy, Reckless Worm, Errant Doomsayer, Rift Bolt, and Char Rumbler for the first uncommon. Booyah. What's up, Char Rumbler? Double Strike. We've got Yavimaya Dryad with Forest Walk on there. And Knight of the Holy Nimbus. Sounds like something really bad. The Holy Nimbus! Or good, I guess. Depends on how you want to look at it. I just want to just clear it up a little bit. Flanking, old school, and our rare is, boom, Pact of the Titan. So Pact of the Titan is a 0 cost, instant. Create a 4/4 red giant creature token. At the beginning of your next upkeep, pay 5. If you don't, you lose the game. Oof. So I guess there's something to be said about that. Definitely don't put him out in the first part of your hand. I would avoid that at all costs. And boom, we've got Remand. That is old school reprint, 2 cost, instant, counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, put it into its owner's hand instead of into that player's graveyard to draw a card. Alrighty. Into Griffin. Good deal, good deal. Alright, so we're 12 packs down. Let's keep cracking some packs and see what other good stuff we come up with. We've got some pretty decent stuff in that first 12 packs, so we still have 24 left. Hopefully we can pull some of the big boys. I don't know if I'm expecting to get a foil or old school border card, but I'd like to hopefully pull something. It doesn't have to be the big one, but you know that would also be nice. But just one of them would be cool, regardless. Alright, so let's see here. Homing Sliver, Reality Acid Bones, Splitter Sliver, Cutthroat Ildan, Kavu, blah blah blah. Urborg, Ichor Slick, Looter, Armor Scout, and then we've got Dead and Gone again. Got another one of those. This one isn't a common. I thought it was a uncommon last time. I don't know. Nonetheless, here we go. We've got uncommon Stronghold Rats, 3-drop with Shadow. We have Necrotic Sliver. I think I had one of those. We got Celestial Crusader, and our rare for this pack is going to be Cloud Key. All right, so the Cloud Key is the 3-drop artifact card here, and as Cloud Key enters the battlefield, choose artifact. Hold on. Get it. Choose artifact, creature, enchantment, or instant or sorcery. Spells you cast with the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. So that's not bad at all. So, I mean, you literally could make stuff a little bit cheaper, especially if you know what your basic of your deck is. I could put that in my enchantment deck because I have nothing but enchantments for the most part in that deck. All right, and our old school card is Time of Need. So I'm not sure about this one, but looks pretty cool. So Time of Need is a 2-drop sorcery. Search your library for a legendary creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. No foil that time around. We got a Cloud Sprite. Okay. Damnation was a good pull, though, on that last set. Alright. Another Simian Spirit Guide. Some Mind Stab. Another Sliver. Penumbra. Strangle. Was it what I call it? Strangle Root? Was it Strangle Root? Hold on a second. Strangeling Suit. Almost Strangle Root. Oops. I boo-booed. That does not go there. Timeout! That goes here. Alright, first card, Conflagrate. And that's a pretty cool one. That's a good one. Good card. Then we've got Urza's Factory. Going to get some of those Urza cards. That one's it's a little different than the Mine and stuff because they don't revolve around one another, but still, it's a good card. Then we've got Firewake Sliver. Old Firewake. All Sliver creatures have haste. And then we are going to go into our rare, and that is going to be Pact of the Titan. I think I already opened one of those in the previous 6. So there's my first duplicate rare. Unfortunately, that's a bummer. I don't like getting rares, but... yep, there it is in the back. Bummer! Well, alright, what do we got here? We got True Name Nemesis. So that's a decent one. True Name Nemesis is a 3-drop. Just True Name Nemesis enters the battlefield. Choose a player. True Name Nemesis has protection from the chosen player. So you can be like, yeah, you're not going to hurt me. At least while it's on the field of play. Next pack. Get a drink of water here. Foresee. Keldon Halberdier. That's a weird word. Logic Knot. Death Spore, Thornweld Archer, Uriah as Time Bug, Dreamscape Artist, Fortify, Orcish, Cannonade, Dirkwood Baloth, and Arc Blade is our first uncommon. There we go. There's your Arc Blade. We got Street Wraith. There's a good one. Then we've got Primal Force Mage. And then our rare is going to be I can't even say it. Muraganda Petroglyphs. Never heard of this one. This is a new one for me. So it's a 4-drop enchantment. Creatures with no abilities get a +2/+2. Alright, well, so I guess you can start basic and make them bigger with that. And our old school card is Solemn Simulacrum. So that one's a good one to get if it's the foil. I've got pretty much every version of this card now, at least the newer stuff, not the old school stuff, but plenty of new stuff they've already redone. So this is the 4-drop. When it comes into play, obviously you may search your library for a basic land card, put it in the battlefield, tapped, and shuffle your library. When it dies, you may draw a card. So there's a good one too. Another Cloud Sprite. Solemn Simulacrum. Battering Sliver. Snapback. Spinner Sliver. Cutthroat. Kavoo. White Mane Lion. Trespasser. And we got a Clockwork Hydra. So we had that once before, but I'll put it up here so you can see it. Clockwork Hydra. Hold on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Salt Blast. 5-drop destroy target non-white permanent. Scribe Ranger. And our rare is Tarmogoyf. Nice. That's a good pull. Good old Tarmogoyf. Never gets old. 2-drop creature. Tarmogoyf is a Lurgoyf. And his power is equal to the number of card types among cards in all graveyards, and his toughness is equal to that number +1. That's a big hit. We'll take that. Old Tarmogoyf. And Ancient Stirrings. That's an old school one also. So Ancient Stirrings, 1-drop. Get in there, Blur Factor. Sorcery, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a colorless card from among them and put it into your hand. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And our foil is Grinning Ingus. Grinning Ingus for the win. All right. Coal Stoker, Dreamstalker, Riddle of Lightning, Mind Stab, Manatide, that's a pretty cool one. Chromatic Star, another one of those. Got a second Chromatic Star. There's 2 we've opened so far. You got Haze of Rage, Minions Murmurs, Tromp the Domains, and our rare is Sarah Avenger. So that is the 2-drop 3/3 creature. You can't cast a spell during your first, second, or third turns of the game. Flying and Vigilance. So you gotta wait. And then our old school is Restoration Angel. So that one is a 4-drop flash flying. When Restoration Angel is battlefield, you may exile target non-angel creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. So it's kind of a flicker ability. Not too bad, not too shabby. Don't know what it's going for, but hey, we'll find out later. Slipstream, Skirk Shaman. Yeah, buddy. Green Seeker. Momentary Blink. Massive Ghouls. Oh, that one's been around a minute. Cryptic Annelid. That uncommon there. We got Rough and Tumble again. Had that one once before. Might of Old Crozan. That's another one. We got that before too. And our rare is Miri the Cursed. So Miri the Cursed is a legendary creature, vampire kitty cat, 4-drop, flying, first strike, and haste. Whenever Miri the Cursed deals combat damage to a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on Miri the Cursed. Nice. First strike makes it nice and beneficial. And our old school is Containment Priest. So that's another reprint, multiple reprints in this one, but this is the old school version, so still pretty cool to get it. 2-drop flash of non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile instead. So this is obviously from the recent M21. They've got that in there, and I know it's in some previous commander sets as well. So there's that guy, and a goblin. Goblin. Alright, we're just going to pull off the top here. Still waiting on that foil. Waiting on that foil, yeah. Piracy Charm. Another Sliver, Bone Splitter, and Battering Sliver, Nantuko. Shaman. Reckless Worm. We got Poultice Sliver. That's a good one. Can't go wrong with the old slivers. There's a lot of different ways you can build these decks. Krog. Core Dirge. It's almost like it's like one single word. Cryptic Annelid again. And our rare is Nether Traitor. So he's a Nether Traitor. 2-drop creature spirit haste shadow. Whenever another creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay Swamp. If you do, return Nether Traitor from the graveyard to the battlefield. Alrighty, and we've got Booyah! Eternal Witness. There's old school. That one's a good one. Eternal Witness, 3-drop creature human shaman. And when it enters the battlefield, you may return target card from your graveyard to your hand. So that's always a plus to have that ability. Put some stuff back in your hand so that you've got some stuffs. Alrighty then. Battering Sliver again. And I think we've seen all these. We're just going to cut to the chase. Ooh, Terramorphic Expanse. That's a good one. I love the old Terramorphic Expanse. We've got Calciderm, Spellburst, Paradise Plume, and our rare is Dryad Arbor. All right, so that's a good one to pick up. Old School Future Sight was a great card. I think it was been up and down in price. At one point in time, I think it was in the $20-$25 range. Now it's kind of gone back down to the $14-$13 range, but still pretty cool. I mean, it's a creature, but it can be tapped for land. So it's like I think it's like one of the only cards that's designed that way, that you can tap it for a land, but it's a creature. I mean, not necessarily. There are creatures you can tap for land, but there's not very many that are labeled land creature on here as well. So And I could be wrong. There might be more, but I think that's probably the only one. And we have a Alicia who smiles at death. So that's a good one right there. Good old Alicia. I think, yeah, Alicia. Maybe that's how you pronounce it. Smiles at death. 3-drop. First strike human warrior. When Alicia who smiles at death. Alicia. As tax, you may pay a combination of those two. If you do, return target creature card with power 2 or less from graveyard to the battlefield. Tapped and attacking. Nice. Noise. Noise. Alrighty then. Riddle. I'm not going to read them anymore. Like I said, I was trying to just kind of keep pace with it, but we've already seen all these, so there's no point in reading them again. I don't think there is. We got Griffin Guide. Yixilid Jailer. Firemaw Kavu. And Pact of Negation. There we go. They were starting to hit the big ones. This is one of those top dog ones I'm talking about. It's obviously the current printed card for the time remastered, but it's not the old school version. But still a good card. I don't think they have an old school version of this one, maybe per se, but this is what they printed for this. So 0-drop instant counter target spell at the beginning of your next upkeep. Pay 5. If you don't, you lose the game. Yikes! All right, that's a good hit right there. That makes you smile. And our next one is Hedron Archive. So that's always a good one. It usually holds its value, but getting it printed in this old school border might give it a buck or two more. So it's the 4-drop. Add 2 colorless mana to your mana pool. Pay those 2 colorless mana. Which you can't really use the same ones in the same turn, but nonetheless, you could add 2 mana, and then another option is to pay 2 mana, tap it, sacrifice Hedron Archive, draw 2 cards. And we do have a looks like. Can you see it down there, the little star? So we do have our first old school border foil. I'm not sure what it is. I guess we could have a drum roll. And badoom, we got Repel. So Repel, that is a 1-drop X cost. Return target non-land permanent with converted mana cost X or X to its owner's hand to draw a card. So you can kind of pick what you want. Converted mana cost never change. So there's our first old school border foil. I think that's what everybody's calling them. I don't know per se. I could be completely wrong. But just so that I'm curious, this first one we got, I'm going to pull it up real quick. I wonder if I can scan it in my thing. I wonder if it can scan. So Time Spiral Mastered, Repel. It's only a 98-cent card, but the value does kind of go up a little bit when they're foil because I guess they're very random. So that's $39 for the mid. The market value may be a little different. Still says $39. So I guess, is this considered a rare? Apparently. I have no idea. Special. So they just marked it as special. I'm not sure what the rarity of it is, but it's 93 cents by itself, but when you throw that foil on there, it goes up 30 bucks, so almost 40 bucks. So there we go. That's a pretty big hit. That makes you smile. Makes you smile. All right, let's keep this train going. Pretty good snag right there. Alright, Grape Shot. Good old Grape Shot. Another Chromatic Star. Nice. Uh-oh. Some of these cards, they've got a little nick on them. Maybe they just got packaged too roughly. Not liking it. And one of them's on my Chromatic Star. Jerks. Alright, we got a Dark Heart Sliver. Right here. Enslave. And Shivan Sand Mage. And our rare card is Mangara of the Corondor. He is a 3-drop legendary human wizard. Exile Mangara of the Corondor and target permanent. So you could exile him and a target permanent. So could benefit you. And our old school is Intangible Virtue. I think that's a pretty cool one. I mean, I like the name. I just can't remember if this one's one of those higher-ended ones. I mean, back in the day it was. Don't know about now, but it's a 2-drop enchantment. Creature tokens you control get a +1/+1 and have vigilance. I would keep that in my enchantment deck, but my enchantment deck doesn't have any tokens, so wouldn't do me any good. All right, so I'm trying to see where we're at here. I think I'm where I want to be as far as... Is that Stuffy Doll? That is Stuffy Doll. whether or not I finish this box, which I might, or it'll be another part of a video. So I need 2 more, and then I'll be at 12. I'll take this bottom one. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, no big deal. Just leave it at that. Zoom in, camera. Alrighty. Alright, we've got Sting Scourger. I'm not going to read these. Why am I trying to read them again? Idiot, just go. Get to it. Fury Sliver. Or, if you want to read it funny, called a Furry Sliver. There's a foil back there, and it's a rare. Mycologist. Jodai's Avenger, and our rare is Sliver Legion. Nice. I always like getting my slivers, especially when they're legions, the legendary creature. Pay 1 of every color. All slivers creatures you get a +1/+1 each other sliver for each other sliver on the battlefield. So that's gnarly. You can technically base your sliver deck around that, being that it's a commander, it's legendary. So there's a lot of options to even make that your commander or just have him in there. So when he does come on the battlefield, all your stuff just goes boom. There's a good hit. And for our old school, we have Cursor of Crawfix. One of my favorite cards. I like having this in my deck. Can't go wrong with it when you can see what's next on the top of your deck. So 3-drop, with the top card of your library revealed. You may play land cards from the top of your library. Whenever land enters a battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Definitely a good card. Excellent day. Probably better if it's foil. And our rare foil back here is going to be Angel of Salvation. Did I read this already? I don't know. This is the Convoke one. Yep, so that holds the damage. So we got a rare foil. We'll take it. Insect. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, we got a Muck Drub for our first uncommon. Muck Drub. Right here. See it right there? Muck Drub. Boom. Zooming in. Then we got Thick Skinned Goblin. Apparently he can take it when people make fun of him. Riftwing Cloud Skate. And our rare is going to be Draining Whelk. That is a 6-drop. Creature illusion, looks like some sort of weird shaped squid, has flying flash, and when Draining Whelk enters the battlefield, counter target spell, put X +1/+1 counters on Draining Whelk, where X is the spell's converted mana cost. Nice. And our old school card is going to be, ooh, this looks pretty cool. Tezager, the Golden Thing. I like that guy. I've got one of the older, not this old of a card, but I forget what set it's from, but I opened one a while back. Tezager of the Golden Fang. 6-drop. Legendary creature, human shaman. Delve. Each card you exiled from your graveyard while casting this spell pays for 1 of them. It's going to cost you 4 more to mill 2 cards, then return a non-land card of an opponent's choice from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. And we do have another. Here's our second one. Second old school foil. Drum roll, please. Liliana's Triumph. Now, I didn't realize that was that old. I kind of thought this was a newer card, but each opponent sacrifices a creature. It's a 2-drop instant. If you control a Liliana Planeswalker, each opponent also discards a card. Pretty cool. Not really the best stuff you're looking for, but that's a decent pickup, I think. Let's go ahead and check her out. I don't know if I can scan this in, so I'm going to have to. I mean, I can, but the glare and it being a black card doesn't. It never wants to. Scan, because it likes to have a white background behind it in order to scan it. So it's a $1 card without being foil, but we're going to foilinate it, and it's going to turn it into $24. Boom. Not too bad. Not too shabby. $60 just in 2 cards. Cool. All right, let's keep it going. Let's get these next 12 packs knocked out. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. A little smoother. It's getting better. The first 12 packs, I didn't get any of my old school cards with foil, but the next 12 packs, I did hit a couple, so maybe we can squeeze 1 or 2 more in here. Maybe. Just maybe. Okay. Well, we do have another foil back here, but it looks like it's a standard foil. No harm, no foul. Got Trump the Domains. Tromp them. Sudden Shock. Whoopsies. Come on. Nope, nope. All right, you're still trying to read that box back there. That's cool. That's fair. I'll make it fair. Sudden Shock. We got Delay. That's a good one. And then we've got, our rare is Ancestral Vision. Man, that's another good hit. So Ancestral Vision is the mythic rare sorcery card. There is no mana cost on here. So essentially how this works is spend 4. And I'm guessing, yeah. So rather than cast this card from your hand, you pay a swamp, or not pay a swamp, I don't know what I'm saying. You pay an island and exile it with 4 time counters on it, which is the spend 4. At the beginning of your upkeep, you remove a time counter. When the last is removed, cast it without paying its mana cost. Target player draws 3 cards. Pretty cool card. Not going to complain about that. And then we've got Yawgmoth, Thran Physician. That's a good hit. Now, if that was the foil one, it'd be even better, but that's a pretty good card to get. The old school version of Yawgmoth. 4-drop legendary creature, human cleric. Protection from humans. Pay 1 life. Sacrifice another creature. Put a -1/- counter on top of target creature and draw a card. Pay 2, discard a card, and proliferate. Good stuff. And then our foil is Foresee. Ooh. I think that was a good one back in the day. 4-drop, scry 4, then draw 2 cards. So that's not bad. I mean, being able to look at the next 4 cards in your deck and then taking 2 of them. Or not, skipping all 4 and then drawing the next 2. I mean, it helps you kind of get through your deck pretty quick. Or can. Help it get through it to what you need to. If it's playing Modern, you get 4 of them. But if you're Commander, wow. So I you know, I was opening the bottom, or the top of this pack. You can see that. I opened it, and as I was opening it, the cards just slid out of the bottom. So that one, I've seen some people talk about it in videos if they got packs that were like that. And I don't think they were resealed. I think they just didn't get crypt properly. But, yeah, they just slid right out of the pack on me. Hope there wasn't anything good in there. It didn't really hit my keyboard hard, but you just never know if it nicked a corner and then you just ruined a really nice card. We'll see. Maybe there's nothing back here to worry about. There's a foil. Makes me nervous. Alright, Return to Dust. Return it to the old dust. And then we got Harmonic Sliver. Imperiosaur. I like that guy. Big old turd. And a rare is Gauntlet of Power. That's nice. Another mythic rare. 5-drop, as Gauntlet of Power enters the battlefield, choose a color. Creatures of the chosen color get a +1/+1. Like it. Good for tribal stuff. When a basic land is tapped for a mana of the chosen color, its controller adds an additional 1 mana of that color. Ooh, that's dirty. It's a good card. Alright, and then we're going to go into our old school, and that is Ethereal Armor. That's one of my other favorite ones, too. I have that in my enchantment deck. It's the newer one from Return to Ravnica. I don't know if it's been reprinted after that. Still a good card. 1-drop, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for enchantment you control and has first strike. Yeah, that's a must in every enchantment deck, especially its heavy enchantment deck. Wouldn't make much sense to not have it in there. And we have a poorly crimped card back here. A Mog War Marshal sitting somewhere in the back of this pack that is irrelevant to why it's back there. It's a common card, but check out the poor crimpage on that bad boy. See it right there at the bottom? Yeah, we get that from time to time. Yeah, I don't understand why that's back there. Maybe it just... So, poor crimp. Set him offside. And we got Edge of Autumn, which is a really good card, too. Cool card from Future Sight. Edge of Autumn, 2-drop. If you control 4 or fewer lands, search your library for basic land card and put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Cycling. Sacrifice to land. Yeah, so that's a good foil. Not bad. I like getting foils like that. That's funny. I should go back and count. I feel like maybe I got an extra card thrown in there, because normally you don't have a common sitting between your last card and your foil, but that's whatever. Yeah, I guess it happens. Guess it happens. Ooh, I want to take a sneak peek. There's a foil back there. It's not an old one. I thought it was for a second there. Singrophage. I think I read that one. Prismatic Lens is a good one. Sulfur Elemental. It's got a Sulfur Elemental. Flash Split Second. It is a rare foil, so I can't argue that. Saltfield Recluse. Careful Consideration. And our rare is going to be... Boom! Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth. I think that's a decent one. I'm not sure. I feel like they pre-printed this one in Ultimate Masters. Each land is a swamp in addition to its other land types. So that's pretty cool. And then our old school one is going to be, boom, Harvester of Souls. So he's going to harvest your souls, just so you know. 6-drop Death Touch Demon. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may draw a card. Oof. I feel like I like that guy. I think I have a card, but I don't know why it's not my deck. So I got a black and red deck that's kind of designed to get your creatures in the graveyard, so kill them. But like this could be beneficial. It's kind of costly to get out there, but if I can get him out to keep him alive, then I can draw more cards and get closer to my goal. All right, our rare foil is going to be, boom, Stuffy Doll. Hey, buddy, what's up, little stuffers? So I already read him. I'm not going to read him again. Well, not this video, but I opened him in, I think, the first 12 packs I opened. The old Indestructible Stuffy Doll foil version. We'll take it. And another Saprolin. Cool, man. Stuffy Doll. Hey, little feller. Little feller. Alright. The Deadly Grub. Seal of Primordium. Bonded Fetch. Alright, so we got a Bonded Fetch. Calcium Form Pools. Scribe Ranger, and our rare will be Swarmyard. Alright, so Swarmyard's pretty good. They redid this, I think, recently as well in the Squirrels deck that they gave, or that they did for Secret Lair drop series. So there's a Swarmyard card for that. Tap it at a colorless, regenerate target insect, rat, spider, or squirrel. So yeah, Swarmyard works good for those, obviously, creatures more than anything, but old Swarmyard. And then our old school card is going to be Anger of the Gods. Pretty cool. I think, I don't know if I had this one. I feel like I had one that was something like this back in the day, but I don't remember if it was an older one or if it was a reprint. And I don't ever remember which was reprinted, since some stuff's reprinted so many times, you just don't know. So this is 3-drop sorcery. Anger of the Gods deals 3 damage to each creature. If a creature dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile instead. So that can get nasty. You can board wipe someone's entire litter of tokens. Granted, exiling them is kind of irrelevant, I think, because tokens just die, they die. There's no exiling those guys. I mean, you can exile them, they just disappear, but there's no real value to it. Anger of the Gods. I feel like some cards you just have to say that, like, that way. It just fits. I could be wrong. Dirkwood, Beloth, Crookclaw Transmuter, Mana Tithe, Tendrils of Corruption, Blade of the Sixth Pride. Okay. Not all of them you can read that way, just some of them. I'll pick those. I'll pick better. I'll pick. I won't read them all like that. Just the ones that sound cool. Probably, hopefully, the rares. I mean, you could really say them all that way. They don't have to be a specific card. Just say Shivan Sand Mage, Pongify, Crazy Monkey, Cautery Sliver, and our rare is going to be Care Keep. So there is that cool land right there. It's called the Care Keep. Legendary land. Tap it, add a colorless to your mana pool, and then you pay 1 in a mountain. You tap it, create a 0/1 red kobold creature token named Kobolds of Care Keep. Kobolds? I don't know. So you can like build up a bunch of 0/1 creatures. I'm sure there's a twist to how that works out. Build you up a bunch of care creatures and the kobold creatures and get some stuff going on for you. Whoa, what are you doing there? Camera, get back. And our old school card is Palace Jailer. Now, this guy was worth a decent amount for being like a common or uncommon, especially if you had him in Conspiracy, Take the Crown. I'm sure there's probably the older versions worth more, but 4-drop creature, human soldier. When Palace Jailer enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. When Palace Jailer enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until an opponent becomes the monarch. So take their stuff, tell them they can't use it, but they have to become the monarch, and they get it back. Isn't that so sweet? Oh, card, more card. Hey, there's Tendrils of Corruption again. Errant Ephemeron. Ephemeron. Can't read it. Sudden Shock. Boom. Delay. And we got a Might Sliver. Mighty Sliver. All slivers get a +2/+2. And our rare card is going to be Rada, Heir to the Keld. So pulling out the old Rada. 2-drop, whenever Rada, Heir to the Keld attacks, you may add 2 mountains to your mana pool, and you can tap her for a forest. I'm guessing it's a girl. Looks like it could be. More than likely it is. And, oops, we have a prized amalgam. That's what I thought. Prized amalgam is our old school card. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a 3-drop Creature Zambi. Creature Zambi. And hold on, I'm going to stop moving soon. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it entered your graveyard or you cast it from your graveyard, return prized amalgam from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped into the beginning of the next end step. Cool. Sounds like it's pretty useful. And our foil is Feebleness. See, kind of works. I mean, especially if it's a black card. It's like Feebleness. I could probably do that all day, and some of them would sound really cool, and some of them would just be like, yeah, that was unnecessary. But you know what? I don't care. I like to have fun. Opening packs. Two-Headed Sliver. Oh my gosh, we're in trouble now. Utopia Vow. I haven't read that one, I don't think. Maybe. We've got Dreamscape Artist. Ooh, Smallpox. Yes, I love Smallpox. Each player loses 1 life, discard a card, sacrifice a creature, then sacrifice a land. That's no fun. Mystical Teachings. Dormant Sliver. And that guy is a 4-drop. All sliver creatures have Defender. All slivers have when this permanent enters the battlefield. Draw a card. Oof. Don't know if I'd put that in my sliver deck unless I really had something to do with Defenders. Could work out, but not right now. Oh, what do we got here? Our rare is going to be Benalish Commander. And the Benalish Commander is a 4-drop creature human soldier. Benalish Commander's power and toughness are each equal to the number of soldiers you control. Suspend X. X can't be 0. Whenever a time counter is moved from Benalish Commander, while it is exiled, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Cool. Like it. And our old school card is Vampire Hexmage. So that is a 2-drop Vampire Shaman. 1st strike. Sacrifice Vampire Hexmage. Remove all counters from target permanent. There you go, folks. There's that. Alright, getting down to the nitty-gritty. Still waiting on that. One more of those old school foils. I'm hoping to get one more before I end this video. The 2 I got are pretty nice, but Homing Sliver. Reality Acid. I forgot about that card. That's a good one. Alright. Momentary Blink. Pongify. Crazy Monkey. I got Cautery Sliver again. Gaia's Anthem, or Gaia's, or Gia, however they pronounce it. I don't know. Creatures you control get a +1/+1. That's a good one. And Tombstalker. That is a 8-drop creature demon flying with the Delve ability, so you can exile some stuff and make them cheaper. 5/5. So really all it is a highly expensive 5/5 or a cheap one if you can exile a lot of stuff. That's flying. And our old school card is Feather the Redeemed. I've got that one in the newer version. I think I've got a promo version of this guy. So he is a 3-drop, 2 white, 1 red, flying. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell that targets a creature you control, exile that card instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. If you do, return it to your hand at the beginning of the next instant. So you can kind of replay cards multiple times with that guy. Unless it's an enchantment. Does it say instant? Oh, instant sorcery. Never mind. I was thinking some target. My brain was thinking, you know, instants or enchantments target creatures. But that really wouldn't make much sense to do it with enchantments. Gossamer Phantasm? Oh my gosh. Slipstream Serpent? Wow. Edge of Autumn again. Giant Dust Wasp. Alright. We got to Harmonize up on board there. Draw 3 cards. Poultice Sliver. Core Dirge. And our rare card is Boom and Bust. I was going to say Boom and Kaboom. So Boom and Bust, dual-sided card. Pay 2, destroy target land you control and target land you don't control, and then pay 6, get rid of all lands. Yeah, that's not nice. That's a mean card. Nobody likes playing that one because then the game just kind of, you don't even know where the heck it's going at that point when you destroy all the lands. And we've got Trigon Predator for our old school card. That is a 3-drop creature beast. Flying. Whenever Trigon Predator deals combat damage to a player, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Yeah, that's not nice either. Good card, though. Whew. Good card. Logic Knot. Joraya, Sunlance, Giant. Pithis. We got Pithis. There's a Pithis there. I think I've already opened that one. Salt Blast. Storm Entity. And our rare is going to be High Arcanist, legendary creature, human wizard, 7-drop, 2 colors, 5 others. Vigilance, tap and untap target hacking creature, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to and dealt by creature this turn. Suspend 4. Alright, and then our old school card is a 10-10. I don't know what this is. I feel like I should buy the 10-10 on it, but it's Leveler. So Leveler is a 5-drop artifact creature, Juggernaut. When Leveler enters the battlefield, exile all cards from your library. It's kind of a last-ditch effort. Hey, I'm going to throw this 10-10 in here, but I'm losing my entire library. There's got to be something more to it than that. Something worthwhile. And our foil is going to be Grave Scrabbler. Cool, cool. Saprolan. 2 more packs. I'm crying inside. I was glad that I got these two, or these 2 here, but I really want one more. Just one more would make me happy. I did land quite a few mythic rares though in this last half of this, or last third of this box, so that's pretty cool. Empty the Warrens. Terramorphic Expanse. Prodigal Pyromancer. There's that guy. Seen him around a few times. Nightshade Assassin. Shaper Parasite. I don't know why I left that up there. Sorry, my arrow's up there. Usually when I have to try to move the arrow around, I leave it on my other screen, but I don't know. Somehow it got over there. And our rare is Gemstone Caverns. Nice. Mythic rares. Talking about mythic rares. Legendary land is Gemstone Caverns if it's in your opening hand and you're not the starting player, you may begin the game with Gemstone Caverns on the battlefield with a luck counter on it. If you do, exile a card from your hand. Tap it to add a colorless mana. If Gemstone Caverns has a luck counter on it, instead add 1 mana of any color. Pretty cool. It's a neat card. I mean, all that stuff for just giving yourself a possible opportunity for tappable for any color, I guess. But it's cool still. Cool card. And our old school is Kasali, the Pride Mage. So there's Kasali. Pride Mage, 2-drop creature, cat wizard, exalted. Whenever creature you control attacks alone, that creature gets +1/+1 to have turn. Pay 1, sacrifice Kasali Pride Mage, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Not bad. Useful. Very useful. Insect token. And here we are, last pack. Oh, man. Not a bad box. I think we did pretty good. But I feel like I was hoping to get a couple more of those. But, I mean, there's one more chance that I got one in hand. Last pack. Grape shot off the bat. It means it's got to be a good omen, right? I'm just kidding. Erratic Mutation, Blight, Speaker. Let's see, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, there's a foil pack there. Might Sliver. All slivers, creatures get a +2/+2. That's definitely worth having in your sliver deck. Makes them strong. Dusk Rider Peregrine. Basalt Gargoyle, and our rare card for this pack, final pack of the box, is Angel's Grace. And I just opened this in a list from one of my previous packs. Would have been a Kaldheim set booster. Yeah, I opened one, and I got the list. It was a pretty cool card to get, and they reprinted it in this, so now it probably lost a lot of value. But it's a 1-drop instant, split second. It's on the stack. You can't lose the game this turn, and your opponents can't win the game this turn until end of your turn. Damage that would reduce your life to total less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. So it's a lifesaver card. Pretty cool. Pretty cool to have nonetheless. And then we've got a Lavinia for our old school card. Lavinia, Azorius Renegade, 2-drop legendary creature, human soldier. Each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with converted mana cost greater than the number of lands that player controls. Eesh. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. Nice. And our foil is going to be Necrotic Sliver. That's not a bad pick. I like getting slivers and foils. So we didn't get another old school bordered card in foil. We did get 2, so we'll take it and run with it. But there you go. That is the box. That is... Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed that pack opening video of Time Spiral Remastered. So it was a full box. Got some really good stuff out of there, and I've already been trying to work the possibility of selling stuff to whoever's interested. So I did indicate a handful of stuff on there that I do not want to sell right now. So everything else is technically up for grabs. So there are some good stuff in there. I did pull a Tarmogoyf, and I'm not keeping that because I have a limited edition foil that I'm keeping, so I really don't need more than one Tarmogoyf, and I'm not really sure I'm going to put one in a deck anyway. So that's definitely one that's on the top books for selling. So how my stuff selling my stuff works is I usually ship my stuff through a padded type of envelope of my own creation, essentially, so that I can get them shipped a little cheaper, because it's kind of pricey to ship some stuff, because we do have people that are following the videos in our channel that are overseas in different locations and not from America, which is fine. It's just it does cost a little more to send packages other than the envelopes. But I can send about 4 cards per envelope, which means that you will pay for the cost of the card, and the envelopes themselves aren't really too bad on price, and I don't mind paying for it myself. If the value of the cards that you're buying is above $10, I'll pay for the shipping. It's not a big deal. Or maybe split it, essentially. If it's a little farther away, like overseas, no big deal. But if it's under, like, $10, like a $5 total purchase, then I'll probably split it with you either way. It just depends on how I feel about it, I guess. But nonetheless, I'll let you know. We can talk about it all when if you're interested in any of these cards or anything like that. Tell me what you're looking for, what you'd like to have. So like I said, there's a lot of stuff available. There's a lot of the time shifted version cards that I didn't keep. Some of them are in decent value. Some of them are not worth much at all. But if you want like 4 cards that are all about 50 cents in value a piece, then I might as well, just not $2, and then you pay part of the shipping. It's not a big deal, really. It's just so that you guys can get some stuff, and I can put some more money back into opening more boxes for future videos. If you don't want to buy anything, you don't have to. I'm just throwing it out there as an option. I don't want to talk a whole lot about that, but if you are interested, feel free to email me or tell me you're interested on Twitter or the Discord, which I'll tag on here again. I probably have to do it through my phone because I can't figure out how to do it on my computer. But so nonetheless, you can contact me through those means. Let me know what you want to do, and if you want to do the nuts and bolts of it more on the email, it'd be easier to just try to keep it on the side. No big deal. But also, this is still an advertisement for the upcoming challenge. So the next challenge we're going to do is going to be collector booster packs of Throne of Eldraine. So I got 12 of them from the store, and I opened all 12 of them. I was going to do a half and half. I think when I recorded the video, I did 4, then 8. Not sure what I was thinking. I think I just decided I was going to do them all. So I'm just going to, edit the video, cram it together. So you're still going to do some guesses. The giveaway is you're going to get your entries. You're going to get an entry for leaving a comment. So you're only going to do 1 entry added to it for one for the just commenting on the video. Is all you get 1 entry, and then if you guess stuff right. So the guesses you will have. So let me show you what you're going to win. It's the other half of that. So last time gave away Lightning Bolt, Path to Exile, Magic Fest card, full art or alternate art or whatever you call it. That is what's up for grabs this time around. Same thing's going to apply. So your guesses are going to be, we're shooting for the showcase. So we got the uncommon and common showcases for Throne of Eldraine. I need you to tell me a foil that I'll open. So you're going to get, in these packs, you're going to possibly get anywhere from 2, 3, 1, 2, maybe not even none. You may get 1, 2, or 3 of these foils come in these packs. So you're just going to give me one of those foils. Pick one of them. There's like maybe 10 or 12 to choose from. It might be more than that, actually. But nonetheless, look it up. There's a lot of common and uncommon showcases. Pick one that's a foil. That's a guess. And then you're also going to have 2 guesses on the variants. So you got your mythic and your rare variants. You're going to pick 2 of those. There's a lot of those out there. Pick 2 of those. And if you pick one of them, or both of them, it doesn't matter. But if one of those you pick turns out to be a foil version, you'll get 2 entries for that instead of just the 1. So if you hit a foil one, it's worth 2 entries. And then lastly, out of the 12 packs, I need you to tell me which pack I am going to open a foil Garruk Planeswalker. Non-variant, just a regular, basic Garruk. But I did pull a foil one, but you need to tell me which pack it was. So that's 4. So you get your... Go redo it real quick. Common or uncommon showcase foil. You need to pick one of those, and then 2 variants. If they're foils, you get worth 2 entries. And then what pack did I open the Garruk foil Planeswalker non-variant? So that's it. You're gonna collectively put all your guesses together. Not your guesses, but your entries. Whatever entries you get. May not be as many this time. Not a big deal, but the more you get, the more people participate, the bigger the list hopefully is going to be, and we'll select that. I'll select that at the end of that video maybe, or I'll do a secondary video to announce the next video, but I'll show you the winners. You'll know technically who guessed correctly but then I'll do the drawing video later down the road. Nonetheless, but I talked enough. This is a pretty long video. It's a full box. I tried to get through pretty quickly, but best of luck to everybody that participates. And the winner gets the Path to Exile MTG Magic Fest card. And we're moving on to the next video after this. So I'm not sure it'll be. I'm hoping I get some Strixhaven in. My stuff got backed up a little bit, so I may have some videos next week on that. I don't know. We'll see. But nonetheless, I'll catch you in the next video. Deuces.